What's up, guys? It's John here with National Sports Entertainment, and I wanted to go into a few basketball picks for today. I know I went into the Tulsa Temple game. We got the Phillies, and I touched on a couple basketball games, but I wanted to go into my official pick. So, as you can see, I'm doing a small one here, first sequence, just 2 money line parlay, Knicks, T-Wolves, both to win. I'm not messing around with these spreads. Basically win anywhere between 20 and 25 is my goal on each of these sequences. But I like it because I think they are 100% going to push the T-Wolves with Gobert, and he's going up against his former team. They're going to win their home game. The Knicks I'm actually less sure about, believe it or not, but I think they win their home game as well. I think the reason they came back on the Grizzlies was just to cover that spread. But I do think they're still pushing them. They're going to push Brunson at home. They spent a lot of money on him. And the team in general, Barrett, they have a lot of pushable players that they don't have to all be stars and you know, be a top team. But they can win about 45 games, probably be a play-in type of team. They were talking about that before the game yesterday. Specifically, are they a play-in team? And they were saying, oh yeah, that, you know, if they can win a couple nice games, they'll be a play-in team. So that and I went over, I put it in my Discord, just so you guys can see. If you look at the Christmas games, I found it very interesting that they have the Knicks as 3.5 over the Sixers. It's only been 2 games that the Sixers have played. They haven't looked awful like the Lakers. Sure, they've lost, but I do find that interesting. That, to me, that's a little revealing. That's 2 months from now. To me, that's telling us that the Knicks are going to be a better team than many might think. So I think taking them at home with the money line and then just parlaying that with the T-Wolves is the way to go. Another game I do like is Atlanta, but I can see this being a trap game. Don't forget, they still have to get their trap games in. So I looked at Atlanta and had a feeling, I don't know why. I just looked at it and said, you know what, I could see Orlando getting this win. I just knew Atlanta wasn't going to lose their home opener. And then Chicago's another one I think might be a trap. They're only giving up 2 here. You know, I don't think people are expecting a very good year out of Washington. So I looked through the games, and the ones that I really liked was the Knicks parlayed with the T-Wolves. And then the other one I like, and this is going to be just a straight-up game, and maybe I'm a little biased here because this is a team that coming into the season I thought was going to be very good, and I like a few players on this team. So yeah, I wound up I'm going with the Blazers in this one. I'm going to buy it up to 6.5 here, and again, these are just smaller to win $20 because you know what, actually I didn't think the juice was going to be that high. Watch it wind up mattering that 1.5. But for $8, it's not worth it. That's almost half of a second leg. So we just got the Blazers here straight up, and we got the Knicks mixed with the T-Wolves. Now, if the Knicks and T-Wolves lose, this is an occasion where I'm not going to be doubling up on the Blazers, just because I don't love the game. I do like them at home. I think more public money will be on the Suns here. But that being said, the Blazers, while I do think they're going to get pushed, I also think that they're not going to make the Suns look weak. So I like the Blazers with the points. Whatever points, if you want to buy a few, I wouldn't argue against it. But if it's going to cost you that much juice, I wouldn't. But this is a good match. It's a good first sequence. I wouldn't do it as like a second or third, though. That's the reason. Should the Knicks or Timberwolves not come through, I'll probably look closer at Denver, Golden State. But again, that's one I'm not a big fan of. A lot of people are saying Golden State, and this is a perfect opportunity for Denver to play spoiler, at least cover that spread, maybe even win the game. So that's the reason I didn't love that one. But the Knicks jumps out at me because it's just one I don't see them having them lose at home. They gave Detroit their comeback. I don't think the Knicks start off 0-2, especially if they're going to be playing on Christmas. And I think Rudy beats his old team. So I'm just looking at 2 simple narratives, and you know, instead of trying to pick tough games. And that's basically what I came up with. And then by itself, I do like Portland. I got 5. You might get anywhere between 5 and 7, depending on what book you have. And then, of course, we got some games tomorrow. That's a little bit earlier. But that's what I like for tonight. It's only a few. But like I said, I didn't want to pick games just to pick them. I wanted to pick ones that I thought made sense. So to me, Portland with the 5 makes sense, as does the T-Wolves and Knicks combo. They're 2 teams I just don't see losing. Similar to when we had Memphis and Atlanta. And I almost, again, the Hawks are another one that you could probably parlay, but I can see the Hawks being a parlay killer, even on the money line today. I have a feeling they could just be one of those, because there's always going to be 2 or 3 pretty favorable matchups that lose. That's how Vegas wins. But yeah, so that's who I have, and I'll check back in later tonight. I'm going to have my college picks in later as well. That's why I wanted to get these ones out now, because obviously there's we have a lot of college tomorrow. We got some NBA tomorrow. We got the Yankees tomorrow. And then we got NFL coming up. So I just figured I'd get these picks out for you guys. Take care and happy earnings.